Om, Om. Respected friends, welcome you all. What a beautiful joy, delight it is to be with you together every day doing the study of these four Shastras now, two in the afternoon, two in the morning. Total 2 plus 2 plus 4 plus 4, 8 Shastras. 2 plus 3 plus 4, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 4, 9. Appreciations to your continuation, your consistency. With full faith, may we be understanding the theme, sublime theme of the Shastras. Also, enter into the sadhana solely till we reach the goal. Let us commit ourselves for this highest path. May the gods, gurus also bless us. They will bless us when we have sankalpa and prarthana for that. So now we have understood the importance of Adhyatmikata. We need not have any hesitation like earlier in praying to the Lord and Guru to empower us in Adhyatmika way spiritually. Lokasevaka Dharmastapaka Viragi Bhakta Shishya Mumukshu Jignasu Shrota Sadhaka Parishrami Prerita Prashanta Gambhira and Sanskrita Bhasha Jnata with Vyakarana and such Vyaktitvas we have to consciously develop to ensure our spiritual evolution. The Shastra Ganas are there to help us, Guru Ganas are there to help us, Devata Ganas are there to help us, Jagan Mata is there, Ishvara is there, and also the Parabrahma. Let us every day spend some time to tune to all these six, spend some time or more time in polishing our above said 12 individualities. Friends, in the evening class, we have right now Yoga Vaashishtha Maha Ramayana Adhenam. Then we have Narayana Adi Shankara Krita Dhanyashtakam. Then in Skanda Purana, today we'll be concluding Utkala Khanda. Tomorrow we start Badrika Khanda. Then in our Taittiriya Upanishad, we are seeing the second Brahmavalli's Anuvakas Parayanam with Bhashya total. Our these 2 hours around time is very precious, very good tapasya, sadhana. May the Lord Gurus really bless us. May we also be serious, sincere, taking this challenge and do it as best as possible with Bhakti, Shraddha, Ekagrata. Let us start Yoga Vasishtha Maharamayana, in which second Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam, in which 18th Sarga, in which Drushtanta Nirupana is going on, in which first was through various Drushthanthas, the main result of Brahma Prapti, secondary many results are shown to us. Now the Drushthanthas necessity in studying Vedanta or any Shastra or any new knowledge gained, and also the Ekadeshiyatva limitation of the Drishtanta. Okay, means Drishtantas tell only a part of the reality, and Drishtantas one part only we have to use uh, as the Drishtanta given to us by the Guru to convey one particular point. So, no Drishtanta is fully sufficient enough to completely tell us the truth, and no Dushtantas, all aspects should be allowed to be thought over. Only one or two topics or aspects are taken. Like if you say this person looks like that person, that is only one aspect we take. Maybe facial expressions or the weight or color or the height or way of talking or walking. एक ही होता है, not all, है ना? जाति मत कुल वायु लिंग डिफरेंसेस तो इतने हैं, बट एक इसी तरह दृष्टांत नेसेसिटी and drishtanta limitations. They are told to us to say that when we are using so many drishtantas and akhyayikas Don't be like a तार्किका to say that दृष्टांत तो पूरा वहाँ फिट नहीं होता, तो आपका अद्वैत, पहले तो अद्वैत को दृष्टांत होना ही नहीं चाहिए, है तो भी पूरा वो यूज ही नहीं हो रहा. This way the Tarkikas try to reject Advaita Jnana. That mistake you don't do. We know there is only one Vastu Brahman which cannot be having any other comparative thing. वो तो एकमेव अद्वयम को आप किससे आप कंपेयर करके बोलोगे? We too know that. But there is no way than this to teach. So to know Upamana, Udaharana, Drishtanta is complete. That also we know. So Vasishtha intelligently. In the beginning only, the wrong notion of the Tarkikas or even in us also that doubt may crop up. He is cutting in advance itself, in the beginning itself. That will be our topics today to study. Let us do our Prarthana Sankalpa. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsharashibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyah. Om Yairime Guruvai Purvam Padavakya Pramanatah Vyakyatah Sarva Vedantaha Yogaha Tan Nityam Pranatosmyaham. Om Shankaram Shankaracharyan Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kruta Vande Bhagavanto Munah Munah. Om Shri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Ramanama Varanane. Om Tasmai Shri Gurave Vasishtha Munaye Nityam Namaskurmahe. Vishwamitra Munim Sharanyamanagham Bhuyo Namasyamyaham. Tasmai Valmiki Shri Gurutama Gurave Bhuribhavairnatasmaha Purnananda Swabhavaha Swajanahita Gurute Mayayopattakayah Karunyaduddidir Shurjanamanavartam Mohapanke Nimagnam Avishyantarvasishtam Bahirabhigalayan Shishyabhavam Vitene Yasamvadena Shastramruta Jaladimamum Ramachandram Prabhadye Brahmanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatītam Gagana-sadusham Tattvamasya-adilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalam Achalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatītam Triguna-rahitam Sadgurum Tannamami Parabrahmane Shruti-MAATRE Samasta Brahma Bhakti Yoga Dharma Vidya Acharyebhyo Rishibhyo Munibhyo Gurubhyo Devatabhyo Namaha. Shri Ramachandra Parabrahmane Namaha. Shri Vaashishtha Vishwamitra Valmiki Vedavyasadi Brahma Vidyacharya Asmat Gurubhyo Namaha. Sankalpaha Tesham Sarvesham Kripanugrahena Upanishad Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayanokt ब्रह्मात्मैक्य मोद द्वारा मोक्ष कैवल्यम प्राप्त्यर्थम श्रुति स्मृति पुराणे इतिहास संतवांग्मयोक्त साध्य साधनानुभव सिद्ध्यर्थम तत्रोक्त ऋषि मुनि गुरु देवता दर्शनानुग्रह अनुभव प्राप्त्यर्थम सनातन धर्म से वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृते सांप्रदायानां शास्त्राणां मोक्ष मार्गाणां गुरु शिष्य भक्त भगवत परंपरादीनां पुनरुत्थान जागरण विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वाध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांति पुरोभिवृद्ध्यर्थम अस्मिन् सनातन धर्म संस्थापने कंकणबद्ध अस्माकं सह सर्वेषां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराम मंदिरवत् शिव कृष्णादि समस्त मंदिराणाम् आश्रमाणां पुण्यदिव्य क्षेत्राणां विश्वविद्यालयादीनां भूभागादीनां पुनरवाप्ति तेषु निरंतर शास्त्र अध्ययन अध्यापन उपासना यज्ञयाग साधना सेवादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातन धर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यंतर शत्रूणां शाश्वत रूपेण समूल निर्मूलनार्थं भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृतेः शाश्वतरूपेण सुसंप्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थं विश्वे मोक्षधर्म पुरुषार्थ प्रतिष्ठा द्वारा विश्व संरक्षणाभिवृद्ध्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायाम् आगतानां सर्वेषां संकल्पित सत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयार्थं तेषां हृदये परब्रह्म भगवद्देवता गुरुशास्त्र सत्संग साधना सेवा माता पितृ देश धर्म सनातन धर्म भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थं अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये श्री वाल्मीकि महर्षि विरचित श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रस्य पारायणम अध्ययनम साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थमयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री वशिष्ठादर्शिभ्यो नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम मंगलाचरण श्लोकाः। ओम यतः सर्वाणि भूतानि प्रतिभान्ति स्थितानि च यत्रैवोपशमं यान्ति तस्मै सत्यात्मने नमः। ज्ञाता ज्ञानं तथा ज्ञेयं द्रष्टा दर्शनदृश्यभूः कर्ता हेतुः क्रिया यस्मात् तस्मै ज्ञप्त्यात्मने नमः। स्फुरन्ति सीकरा यस्मादानन्दस्याम्बरेवनौ सर्वेषां जीवनं तस्मै ब्रह्मानन्दात्मने नमः। दिवि भूमौ तथाकाशे बहिरन्तश्च मे विभुः यो विभात्यवभासात्मा तस्मै सर्वात्मने नमः। ओम श्री रामचंद्र परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्री योग वासिष्ठ महारामायण शास्त्रम द्वितीय मुमुक्षु व्यवहार प्रकरणम दृष्टांत निरूपणं नाम अष्टादश सर्गः। श्री वशिष्ठ उवाच। Friends, in the 37th mantra we started seeing very important topic. What will be the beautiful outcome of this Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana Shastra Adhyayana understanding sadhana? He says, Aham Jagad iti. Aham Jagad iti praudhah drashtudrushya pishachakah pishachorkodayyeneva swayam shamyati ayatnadah. So arka udayena pishachah shamyati. Sunrise comes, all the night times delusions go away. Same way, study, understanding, practice of Yoga Vasishta Maharamayana given jnana removes the praudha pishachakaha, the long lasting from many lives continuously coming and troubling pishachaka, moha pishachaka, maya pishachaka gets eliminated permanently. And what is that pishachaka? Can we have the dareness to understand, clarity to understand? Can we have the subtlety to understand? Just to see. That Prauda Pishachaka is Aham Jagat Iti. That there are two things, I, the seer of the world, and the world seen by me. The Dvandva, this Dvaita of Ahamidam is the Prauda Pishach. What is there is only one Purna Brahma. On that, for the sake of play, Ahamidam is projected, but that play Jakarke has become such a reality it is given that the Purna Brahma is forgotten. This limited Aham remaining as limited, trying to achieve the unlimited and continuing the imagination of continuing giving the reality to imagined Jagat, he wants to obtain that Jagat. In this way, Nirantara, this Prauda Pishacha of Dvaita, Dvandva of Ahamidam will be eliminated when the Shastra is studied. Only one Purna Brahma is there. Now, Brahmo Jagad Aham Cheti Sthita Eva Upashamyati Sapna Moha Parignataha Iva no Brahmayati Alam. Again, once when it is said in all our Shastras that Jagat is Anitya, Mithya, Nashwara, Shashvata, and it is Maya, therefore Maya is not there, Jagat is not there. Let us not half understand it. Let us fully understand it. What it means, what it all means is the Jagat continues to stay, but not as Anatma, not as other than me, that I get lost in the Raga Dvesha towards it. The Jagat is experienced as my own self. In other words, being intact in Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti, the expression of Jagat, the modifications in the Jagat, the dissolution of the Jagat continue without having any consequence of bondage. That's what he says. Brahmaha Jagad Aham Cha iti. Jagatu Aham Cha iti Brahmaha. It is Brahma. Sthitaha eva upashamyati. It continues to appear but will not create the reality aspect to bind us. That's how the Jivan Muktas also are there with the same upadhis in the same world, like all of us interacting. That means what? Sthitaha eva. But in them, because of the deep study of Shastra contemplations, they have reached both to the substratum of Jagat, Idam, and also the substratum of Avam. They found it to be one. On that one, Paramatma, Aham, Idam are projected, they know it. Therefore, they play in the projected world without getting missing their own Brahma Anubhuti. So, Sthita eva upashamyate. Example is Swapna Moha Parignyata iva. Swapna Moha. When in the Swapna it was real. But when we wake up, Parignyata. Once it is Parignyata, that Swapna is remembered by us. Na Brahmayati Alam. As it was deluding us when we were in the dream, giving us as if it is real the various experiences, that type of delusion after waking up, the swapna which is remembered, it will not create in us. So, wife will be there, husband, children, all there, but all of them are Parabrahma expressing in that way. So, in the Vyavahara, whatever is required, that's done. More than that, the reality is not given. That is the meaning of Tvameva Mata cha Pita Tvameva Bandhuscha Sakha Tvameva. Means what? The Brahman alone is expressing in all relativity. So the relativity as substratum of reality. Though it is unreal, but in the Vyavahara Kalpana Kala it is there. That is what Upadeshadayam Vadaha Jnate Dvaitam Na Vidyate. In all our Mandukya Upanishads, almost in every Prakarana, it is spoken about. Vyavahara Hetu, Sadhana Hetu, Upadesha Hetu, the Jagat is there. Samsara Hetu, Jagat is not there. For a Jnani. Right? Next he says, example he has given, Yata Sankalpa Nagare Pumso Harsha Vishadita Na Badate Tataivasmin Parignyate Jagat Brahme. So, a Purusha, baite baite, he has created a Sankalpa Nagara. And in that Sankalpa Nagara, he is doing also this Sankalpa of various Ghatanas, Paristhithis, events happening. Out of those events, some are giver of Harsha, some are giver of Vishada. But will those Ghatanas and Harsha Vishada give him any consequence when he knows that it is only Sankalpa? He remembers it, but he knows. ये तो मेरा खाली वाकई संकल्प ही था ये, nothing real. And people ask also, यार कहाँ खो गए तुम? So this fellow is खो गया in some mental projected world of Harsha or Vishad, in both. है ना? He'll have the Vishada that business का सारा loss हो गया, then all things I had to sell, even a small house not there for me, Vishad. Or Harshak, my children have succeeded in all their studies as expected. They went and settled in America, leaving Matrubhumi, and they call me, and every 6 months I go, stay 2 months and all. So it is so beautiful house he bought, cars, servants, everything. So the Harsha, will they give any consequence? Because they are Purushasya Sankalpa Nagara. In the same way, na badhate, harsha vishada, both of them won't have any consequence. In the same way, tatha eva asmin parignyate. In the same way, when this Parabrahma Tattva is experienced as a result of sadhana done as told by this Yogavashtama Ramayana, Jagat Brahme na badhate. The Jagat and the Atma, this duality Brahma will appear but will not bind. बाधा नहीं देते हैं. Okay. And again the चित्र सर्प example. चित्र सर्पः परिज्ञातः न सर्प भयदो यथा. So चित्र सर्प and sarpa. When the chitra sarpa is imagined to be nija sarpa, real sarpa, it was giving bhaya. But when the chitra sarpa is known as chitra sarpa, that it cannot bite me, it will not give any bhaya. Chitra, it's not real. So to Mano Chitra, Mano Kalpana, only this Jagat. So it is there, but then it won't create the Bhaya of Samsara. Dukkha Samsara, Bandhana Samsara, it won't create. So Chitra Sarpaha Parignataha na Sarpa Bhayedaha Yatha. In the same way, entire Drushya Jagat is Drushya Sarpaha Parignataha. When it is known, it's only Drushya, not the reality. दृश्य का अर्थ ही दिख रहा है नहीं, जो है उसके पीछे सबस्ट्रेटम, वो दिखता नहीं, बिकॉज वो उपाधियों से दिखने वाला अनात्मा नहीं है. सो दृश्य सर्प परिज्ञात तथा न सुखद न दुखद. Isn't it? Neither you expect an enjoyment with the ice cream or rasagulla seen on the TV, nor when the current चला गया, अरे यार मैं सोचा आइसक्रीम खाऊं, अब बिजली गयो, आइसक्रीम गयो. Do you feel dukha about the ice cream of a TV? It appeared, it looked like. In the same way, even the gross objects are contacted by the gross indriyas. Both the indriyas, the objects, all are Brahma Kalpita. Therefore, there is no Sukha Dukha. Even Sukha Dukha, they are there, they are also Kalpita. Like the Sukha Dukha of the dream. है ना? ड्रीम का हर्ष विषाद, ड्रीम का लाभ हानि, ड्रीम का सुख दुख. All are dream. In the same way. Real? So understood? चित्र सर्प का एग्जाम्पल दिया, पुंसः पुरुष का संकल्प नगर का एग्जाम्पल दिया. In the same way, to a Brahma Jnani, he will see the world not apart from him. He will see all happening, yet no consequence of bandhana through giving sukha or dukkha. To that deep knowledge, this Shastra lifts us to that subtlety, the reality, this Shastra takes us to. Are you ready? Right? In the same way, parijnanena sarpatvam chitra sarpasya nashyati yatha tathaiva samsaraha. Again, sthita eva upashamyati, which he started 4 slokas back, he is concluding now. He says, chitra sarpasya parijnanena. When the knowledge is done that the sarpa is only chitra, then sarpatvam nashyati. The sarpatvam, that it's a snake, it will bite me, it will give poison, all that things go away because chitra sarpa. In the same way, yatha, tatha eva, in the same way, samsaraha, the whole world of sushti, sthiti, laya, in the sthiti kala, so much of drama happening, sthitaha eva upashamyat. It drama continues, but it won't have any reality. It will only be understood, accepted as appearance, kalpita, mithya, not real. So, okay, in it there is substratum. In the substratum, it is not there, really. On the substratum, it's only kalpita, brahmita. And the power of that Maya is it can do the kalpana of the Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, and the kalpana that the Ishvara is the creator, maintainer of Jiva, Jagat, all of that. Maya ka Shakti itna hai. And Nirguna Brahma is neither is Ishvara with Maya Upadana, nor is Jiva with Avidya Upadana, nor is Karana the Ishvara, nor is Karya Ishvara, neither is the Ishvara Ishita, Ishvara Ishana Karta, and nor the Jiva the Ishita, the one who is controlled. In the Brahman, this Jiva Jagadeshwara Veda is not there. He will experience it. But Kalpana goes on, it won't bind him. Anytime he can withdraw from that Kalpana and dissolve into that Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti fully. Run. Then he says now, yesterday we were staying here, topic, this was the topic we were touching. So kind words here of श्री वशिष्ठ जी सुनिएगा। सुमनः पल्लवामर्दे किंचित व्यतिकरो भवेत् परमार्थ पद प्राप्तौ न तु व्यतिकरोल्पकः. सुमनः means flower, a beautiful flower. Pallava, a tender leaf. Amarde, when it has to be plucked, kinchit, little bit, vyatикараха, visheshena atikaraha, effort, bhavet, hota hai. There will be a little effort in plucking a flower or the leaf. Paramartha pada prapta, in the obtainment of the Paramartha, natu Vyatikaraha Alpakaha. Even that much small little effort also will not be there. See, feel the meaning of this sentence and know the reasons. The reasons are, see, when we need to put an effort to obtain an object which is other than us, which is far away in distance. Ana? So when it is in distance, we have to cover the distance. We have to put an effort for it. We have to wait for the time because it takes time to cover the distance. And various faculties are required to procure that particular thing, anatma. But for the atma to obtain it, you need not go in distance anywhere. So that vyatikarata parishrama is not there. You need not wait for it for a kala, nor any instruments required. Isn't it? Because it is me already. Anatma grahana needs lots of efforts. Atma grahana doesn't need any effort. So only you have to just realize it. Then why we are getting so much of difficulties in realizing the self or even understanding? Because of our the thickness of ignorance, thickness of the upadhis. Therefore, all sadhanas, 100 lives we may do, only in clearing all these obstacles only, not in obtaining Paramatma. How many times we saw, how many examples in our Upanishad classes, that all the washing we do of the cloth or the utensils is not to bring the cleanliness or shine. The cleanliness of the cloth, the shining of the utensil or lamp are inherent and natural. They were covered by the dirt. All our washing is to remove the dirt, not to create the shine. So all our sadhanas are to remove the blockades, not to create the self, not to bring the self. It is already we. Please catch this subtlety. वेदांत का ये मुख्य विषय को समझना. So Bhagavan says, it is not difficult at all to know the self. It's just that has to click to us. For that to click, these serious sincere studies and the upasanas to the Lord Guru, when they bless, when that intuitive intellect opens up, when that sixth sense opens up, it just happens. Like from the Nidra you wake up, or from the Swapna we wake up. Totally different world. And no movement it is. It's not in any movement journey. It's just from one state to the other. You are already the waker. Best we enter into dream. Same way, we are already the self. No effort will be required. वो पत्ते फूल को प्लक करने का उतना मेहनत भी जरूरत नहीं है. That much easy is the realization of the self. Please let us believe in it. And whatever the things we say in other texts or class, ki bahunam janmanamante, all of that is only to clear off whatever the dirt that's there. And the problem with us is what? One side we do various upasana sadhana to remove the dirt. Another side again we involve in the world of samsara with raga dvesha and add newer dirts. Imagine करो कपड़े को इधर धो रहे हो इधर खराब कर रहे हो तो फिर कब पूरा वो साफ होएगा? होगा क्या? नहीं होगा ना. Same way is our problem. But if new dirtying if we stop, the old dirt if we remove, there we are the self. Okay, now in the next shloka, same thing he says, beautiful. Uh, Gacchatyavayavah spandam sumanaha patramardane iha dhimatra rodhastu nangavayavachalanam. How nicely moksha sadhana Sri Vaashishtha ji is telling us, communicating to us. Like, the food is mashed by the mother and given to the child for his easy consumption and digestion. है कि नहीं, छोटे बच्चों को कैसे हो ऐसे करके फिर खिलाते हैं ताकि वो इजी चला जाए और हजम भी हो जाए. हियर यू सी सेज अवयः अवयवः स्पंदं गच्छति. द लिम्स ऑफ द बॉडी मूव. स्पंद होता है कब? सुमनः पत्र मर्दने. व्हेन द पेटल ऑफ द फ्लावर or the tender leaf is plucked, है ना, the hand has to go there and pull it. अवयव का स्पंदन होता है. सो अवयवः स्पंदं गच्छति. द लिम्स मूव. सुमनः पत्र मर्दने. when you have to pluck the flower or leaf. Iha, but in the Brahmajnana aspect, no need of that much. Dhi matra rodhatu. See that? When the dhi, the buddhi, mana, all the manas rising of the sankalpas, thoughts, when the rodhana is of it is done. See, the entire Yoga Shastra. In one word, Sri Vaashishtha ji is telling. That is why this is called Yoga Vaashishtha Maharamayana. Dhimatra Rodhana means Chitta Nirodha, means Chitta Vritti Nirodha. If you can achieve enough. Iha Dhimatra Rodhatu na Anga Avayava Chalanam. No need of movement of any of the limbs of our body. ओनली बस धीर रोधन करो, कोई अंगों का चालन का भी जरूरत नहीं. See the intelligence of Vaashishtha ji here. One side he is making the subject to be easier to us. In the other side he is telling this is a sadhana to be done. आपको चित्त निरोध करने से बात बनता है, कोई अंग प्रत्यंगों का हिलाने की जरूरत नहीं है. उतना ईजी है परमात्मा को पाने का, और इजी है वो पत्ते को तोड़ने से भी ज्यादा. बिकॉज देर इज अंग अवयव चालनम. स्पंदं गच्छति अवयवः in that work. While saying this, in it only he is telling the answer, sadhana, which he is going to tell in the next 2-3 shlokas. What is it? Therefore, make your all anga pratyanga of the sharira sthira first. Because उसका movement की जरूरत नहीं है. Then we go inside yourself. Then do the chitta nirodha sadhana. The moment you achieve the niruddhata of the chitta, that which was appearing as chitta, the chitta, the consciousness, the self is experienced too. So therefore, what is whole samsara? Either vrittis are making the anga spandana, or the anga spandana is creating the vrittis. So when we stop the anga spandana by sitting at one place, then becoming introverted, when we do the nirodha of the chitta, the self which is behind, beyond, that is revealed. Sara yoga sadhana. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. I am drashta. I am seeing the vrittis. I am identifying with them. That's called vritti sarupyam. That is a samsara. As long as the vrittis are there, drashta is tempted to get identified and become samsari. Yoga bhasha. Yoga mein aisa कहते. Therefore, what is recommended in yoga? By all the Ashtanga and Kriya Yoga and Tapasmadhyaya or Abhyasa Vairagya, achieve vritti nirodha. When the drashta has no vrittis to identify with it, what he says? Oh, no vritti to identify? Swarupe avasthanam. I am the pure conscious self now. Isn't it? Like from our house, remove all electronic gadgets, phones, TV. Don't allow anybody to come at home. You also don't go anywhere. When none of the things are there to distract us, entertain us, or disturb us, then okay ठीक है कुछ नहीं चल बस स्वामी जी का क्लास सुनते हैं या कोई पुस्तक पढ़ते हैं या कोई जप ध्यान करते हैं. Because nothing to distract, then we do. Now thousand things to distract, so no time. In the same way, vrittis are there, I identify with them. Vritti nirodha, I remain as myself. So sadhana में बता दिया. Same thing now he says 2-3 श्लोकास. ध्यान से सुनना. He says सुखाप्सनोपविष्टेन यथा संभवमश्नता भोगजालं सदाचार विरुद्धेषु न तिष्ठता यथा क्षणं यथा देशं प्रविचारयता सुखं यथा संभव सत्संगम इदं शास्त्रमथेतरत् आसाद्यते महाज्ञान बोधः संसार शांतिदः न भूयो जायते येन योनियंत्र प्रपीडनम्. What a completeness of sadhana in 3 shlokas. This is the beginning. Like this, in the coming 29 and half thousand shlokas, at least 100 to 200 times Bhagavan Vaashishtha ji will give us this type of 3, 4, 5, 6 shloka, bunch of shlokas as sadhanas to reach to the truth. Any one of them we adopt and follow, there we are. Now here one by one listen. First Sukha Asana Upavishtena. Stiram Sukham Asanam. See, yoga only is teaching. First find your asana siddhi. आराम से सोफा में बैठ, कुर्सी में बैठ, नीचे बैठ, whichever is permitted to you according to your age. Sukhasanopavishthena. So asana siddhi. Seated in one place. Second, yatha sambhavam ashtata bhoga. Things come for our survival, consuming them. Bhoga jalam yatha sambhavam ashtata. Yatha sambhavam means whatever is possible by itself, not by our craving. जो है सो बस उस भोग को, भोग here means consuming of food etc. for survival. 2 things are told. Third, both important. Sadachara aviruddheshu na dishtata. All the karmas which are viruddha to sadachara. Sadachara is taught to us by Shastra. So शास्त्रोक्त सदाचार विरुद्ध कर्म नहीं करते. So निषिद्ध कर्म त्याग. Shastra for a mumukshu, even kamya karma also it rejects. It says you have only niyatam kuru karmatvam. The niyata karmas are 5. One is yajna karma, second is dana karma, third tapasya karma. These 3 are for antakarana shuddhi. You can add one more, prayashchitta karma. 4, 2 more are there. One is nitya karma for survival. Another one is naimittika karma. The naimittika karma is occasional duties. So naimitya karma, nitya karma, prayashchitta karma, yajnadana tapak karma. All these 6 put together called niyata karma. Other than that are the 2. One is kamya karma, actions done prompted by the desire. Another is nishiddha karma, the prohibitory actions. So kamya nishiddha karma का त्याग करके नियत कर्म जिसमें नित्य नैमिक प्रायश्चित यज्ञदान तप कर्म are there. They are not sadachara viruddha. So they can be done. And sadachara viruddha karma we should not do. So sadachara viruddheshu na tishtata. Very careful we have to be. 3 things are taught. Learn to be seated in sukhavasana regarding our survival. Whatever comes, just be contented with that. Third, the karmas which are not viruddha to sadachara we do. Viruddha hai to nahi karenge. Fourth one is yatha kshanam yatha desham. Any time, any place. Yatha means as it is available, as it is convenient. Moment and place. Pravicharayata sukham. In an effortless manner, make a habit of doing pravicharana. And very effective vicharana contemplation. Whenever we talk about vicharana in Vedanta, always it is between the bandha moksha, atma anatma, isn't it? अनेक एक, दृष्टा दृश्य. ये आत्मा अनात्मा viveka alone is viveka always. Whenever it is said viveka or vichara, because we are talking about Vedanta or sadhana. In other parlance, the viveka means कौन से पिकनिक में जाना है विवेक, कौन सा सिनेमा में जाना है विवेक, इस संडे कौन से होटल में खाना है, या कौन से मित्र या बंधु को घर बुलाना. They are also vivek. They are not praviveka or pravichar. They are the vyavaharik vivek. But in Vedanta, Viveka means it's always the self and not self, the binding, the liberating. So, yatha kshanam, yatha desham, pravicharayata. Sukham means make a habit of 2 minutes, 3 minutes contemplation on the real and unreal. Data we have got already because of our regular study of Shastra, but we have to utilize it. So, Sukhasana, yatha prapta bhojana for survival, सदाचार का खिलाफ नहीं करते हुए जो सदाचार है वही करना. यथा कालम यथा देशम यथा क्षण यथा देशम सुविचारयता. 4 sadhanas are told. Pravicarayata sukham. 5th one is very important. Yatha sambhava satsanga. As much possible, do the satsanga of studying, satsanga of listening, satsanga of telling. If somebody is there to listen and you are capable of telling. Yatha sambhava satsangam. Idam shastram, this entire Yoga Vaashishtha Ramayana, atha itarat, anything related to it. That is, the other Smriti Granthas, even the Puranas, even in the, what you call, Itihasas, but prior to all of them, more important than all of them is the Upanishad Shastras. So they talk about the Atma Tattva, Brahma Tattva. So idam shastram atha itarat. Either this Yoga Vaasma Ramayana or the Upanishads. Uska satsang karo. 3 things. Shravana, Adhyayana, Adhyapana. Suno, Pado, Pada. So remember again, Sukhasana practice. Whatever comes for survival, be contented on that. Always doing the sadachara. Then every moment, anywhere, as convenience comes, vichara, pravichara of the Atma Anatma. 5th one, satsang suno, satsang karo, satsang bolo. Of this Shastra or such Shastras of Tattva Jnana. So, idam Shastram athaitarat. When these 5 things are done, asadhyate, definitely obtainable, achievable. What? Mahajnana bodha. The Mahajnana, Maha is Brahma. Mahajnana is Brahma Jnana. Bodha means Anubhuti. The Brahma Jnana Anubhuti can be obtained, and what it results in? Samsara Shantidaha. It pacifies, it quietens, it makes Shanta the entire samsara. संसार क्या हुआ? अज्ञान, मोह, जीव भाव, उपाधि तादात्म्य, जगत सत्यत्व भ्रांति, जगत प्रति राग द्वेष काम क्रोध आदि. Therefore, for the obtainment of jagat, karma, either punya or papa, then for the result sake, again janma marana. This whole thing is called samsara shamyati. Samsara shantidaha mahajnana bodha अवश्य जरूर आसाध्यते. So we have understood, and each of the sadhana now, don't expect me to explain detail because आप बहुत पढ़ चुके हैं इन सबको. Why the sadachara has to be done? For the antakarana shuddhi. Why sambhavam ashnata? Because only for survival we have to eat. Eat to live, don't live to eat. That's the biggest problem ना. We live only to eat. Whole day bhoga bhoga. जीने के लिए खाना है, खाने के लिए नहीं. Then also, why satsanga on this shastra or other? Then only nirantara reminder of the swarupa lakshana of the Atman are done to us. With that, the first one, Sukhapasana Shishtaha, seated, then pravicharayata, we can contemplate. So, इसको आप अपना sequence बनाओ. First, sadachara karo. Second, whatever obtains, only eat that one. Third, go to satsanga of this shastra, other gather the knowledge. Four, learn the art of sitting at one place. Five, do the vicharana of the Atma as taught in that shastra. Sixth, you will experience it. Seventh, no more samsara. It is with this samsara shantidaha na bhuyah jayate yena yoni yantra prapedanam. For you again, this won't occur. The yoni yantra prapedanam means again born through the yoni of any of the jiva. वो यंत्र में योनि यंत्र में जो पीड़ित होते हैं ना मीन्स द सफरिंग इन द वूम ऑफ द मदर ऑफ एनी स्पीशीज एवरीवन नॉट ओनली ह्यूमन if I have to born as a tiger or born as a cow, in the womb of the cow also I'll be having that yantra prapidanam. The yantra prapidanam means within the limitation of the womb, all pressures, all limitations that you are tied down as if in a thaili, that you have no freedom to move by your choice. And whatever the heat, whatever the cold, whatever the speed or slow or rupture or rubbing, whatever is there, you have to have that pida of that. Isn't it? Some of the examples are what nowadays to improve. 40-50 साल पहले there were no roads connected. Especially if it rains, even the mitti ke road be satyanash. Then in that road you have to cover some 50-30 kilometers. You are seated in a bullock cart or in a tractor or in a lorry. उन दिनों में बस वगैरह नहीं होता. No ola villa. So in that you cannot come out of that. You can't open the windows because so much of dirt and dust. And inside you are suffocated in that journey. You know, the worst of this travel I had when I went to Kailas Manasarovar. Now to Pura road bana. When we went way back in 20 years, 30 years back, तो उस समय नो रोड्स वर देयर, ओनली मिट्टी के रोड में जाना है. It is so cold outside, so we close the doors, and because the doors are closed, it's so hot inside, and there's no road. Ubad khabad pura. By mistake, you open the door, the entire dust will come inside. That suffocation. And that नरक यात्रा, नरक means कैलाश को जा रहे थे, वो तो तपस्या है, you can't say नरक. That was tapasya. Those 5 days of going up, 5 days of coming down. अभी याद करूँ तो बाप रे. But now it has become good till the Manasarovar, even beyond that, up to Kailas, road is laid. ओनली परिक्रमा के लिए भी रोड नहीं बना. अब देखते देखते परिक्रमा के लिए बनेगा, अंतर परिक्रमा के लिए बनेगा. अब लोग तो कुछ भी करते जाएंगे मनुष्य. Already drone camera shootings. What is there? The inner Kailas. All of that they are finding it now. But I'm just telling you example of Yoni Yantra Prapedanam. Even in sometime the buses, rainy season में village में जाते हैं ना, तो हिंदी गाना you can sing तन डोले मेरा मन डोले करके. This Yoni Yantra Prapedanam in the womb of mother. You know, when she walks, she runs, वो फिर बैठती है इधर उधर, वो करवट बदलती है सोने के टाइम. That all prapedanam being in that stomach till we are thrown out. And after coming out, only one freedom that we came out from that inner pressure, inner that suffocation, inner congestion. But after coming out, the bigger prapid of the total atmosphere. And do you think it will stop there? The atmosphere pressure you can adjust within few days time. But the pressure by all the nana, nani, dada, dadi, papa, papi, pupa, pupi, kaka, kaki, chacha, chachi, dada, didi, जो भी है, these fellows come and वो बच्चे को नोचते हैं ना, वो तो बेचारा तब से शुरू होकर वो जिंदगी भर चलता है. This entire योनि यंत्र प्रपीडनम न भूयः जायते. That will not come to you. You will not enter into that. That's how samsara shanti daha. देखो, by the now in so many years of study of Shastra, you must be very clear. I is an experience. It can be identified with the Brahman, Nirguna Nirvishesha Nirakara, and get out of all samsara. The I and experience with the Upadhi Tadatmya can experience everything that is happening to Upadhi. This Upadhi Tadatmya we are forced because of two reasons. One is Ajnana, second is Vasanas. Therefore, through sadhana, we eliminate the Vasana. Through sadhana, we remove the Ajnana. We know what we are. Then the reasons of Ajnana and Vasana gone away. I need not be identified with the suffering upadhis, suffering giving upadhis. I am now the Brahman infinite, birthless, changeless, deathless, limitless, endless. Bliss it is. I. I is independent of the upadhi, but you are identifying with. Your upadhi will fall on you. Upadhi is lakshanas. So you are in the banks of a river, you are safe. But you are in a boat which is inside the river. The boat is according to the waves of the river is going up and down. You are seated in, so you cannot avoid it. You come to the banks, let the boat be there. वो up and down हो रहा है तुम्हें क्या फर्क? That's called sakshi bhav. That is the atma anubhav. That's what said in the earlier shlokas. Sthita eva upashamyate. Everything that has to happen to will happen, but you are that self. अभी सुनो इस बातों को, अभी मनन करो, धीरे धीरे बात पल्ले पड़ेगा. सेम वे साधना काल में भी करते जाओ, धीरे धीरे अनुभव भी पल्ला पड़ने लगेगा. Understanding also slowly it happens. Thereafter, mastery of doing sadhana also slowly it happens. Then the anubhuti also slowly it happens. Then as we establish in knowledge, as we establish in sadhana, so to we establish in the experience. Over. But focus on that. Take it so serious, sincerely, exclusivity. That exclusiveness is compulsory there. Because this path are different. So to go to the path of moksha, the other path you have to inevitably avoid. And while doing the samsara, the moksha path can be there because we have never done anything sadhana. ऊपर वो कुछ पढ़ रहे सुन रहे, वो कोई संसार को डिस्टर्ब करता ही नहीं है. इससे संसार चल रहा है, किलास में भी आ रहे. तो किलास संसार का खिलाफ नहीं है, पर संसार साधना का खिलाफ है ना. साधना संसार में फंसने के लिए साधना को छोड़ने की जरूरत नहीं, नाटक वाला साधना. बट साधना करने के लिए संसार छोड़ना पड़ता, बिकॉज इट्स डिफरेंट डायरेक्शन. Here you have to go to the self, it is not self. It is subtle most, it is grosser ones. It is one without second, it is many. It is Satchidananda Atma, it is Jadata which is superimposed. Rupanama. फर्क है ना दोनों में. So इसलिए ये छोड़ना पड़ता. So in this way, in these three shlokas, we are told the sadhanas. Beautiful, isn't it? Then वन श्लोका वेरी पावरफुल. अब क्या करें शंकर वशिष्ठ जी, इतना कह कहकर बीच बीच में उनको भी थोड़ा डंडा पकड़ना पड़ता है. He says, एतावत्यपि ये भीताः पापाः भोगरसे स्थिताः स्वमातृविष्ठाकृमयः कीर्तनीया न ते धमाः. Now he is in a very highest level, he is censuring, insulting or scolding, blasting the people who etavati api ye bhita. Such a beautiful Yoga Vashtama Ramayana Shastra and the jnana in that and the anubhuti of that jnana sadhana called as moksha. The ones who are afraid of taking up this entire spiritual journey and thereby not doing it. Therefore, they are doing the other things. What are the things others they are doing? Papaha. Papa karmas. Why? Bhoga rase sthita. Because not in the Atmarasa or Anandarasa, they are wanting the bhoga through their upadhis. So bhoga rase sthitaha papaha etavati api evitaha te. You know who are they? So matru vishta krumayaha. They are the insects in the fecal matter of the mother. They are the krumi in the vishta of the samatru. They are not a human birth theirs. Because they are in the bhoga rasa only, that bhoga vastus are as worst as the vishta only. See the comparison, he says. Swamatru vishta krumaya te adhamaha न कीर्तनिया उन नालायक लोगों का नाम भी नहीं लेना चाहिए. उन अधम व्यक्तियों का नाम का उच्चारण करने से हमारा मन खराब हो जाता. That much he is talking about. Such a beautiful yoga vashamarma shastra jnana, such an adhyatmika marga, which is the giver of moksha. If somebody is not interested in it, somebody is afraid of it, somebody is hesitant to go through that process, and because of the bhogarasa kamana involving only in all papa karma, they are the krumi in the Vishta and the Mata of the Mata, such a Muda Adhama Vyakti, not even worthy of even remembering. Now we understand why the great saints like Vaashishtha, Valmiki, all pervading, yet why they don't give us darshana, they won't answer our prayers, because we are the bhogarasa में पड़े हुए पापात्मा हम है. We are not showing the deep interest in moksha, deep interest in adhyatmikata. Superficially हम कर रहे हैं, मजबूरी से कर रहे हैं, जबरदस्ती कर रहे हैं. In that also so much of irregularity, insincerity, and then the other aspect of भोग रस एंड पापा. तो रस नस नस में हमारे पर्सनालिटी में वो भरा हुआ है. Then as they said, they should not be many looked at, therefore they are not giving us darshan. That's why those sadhakas who spend years, lives in tapasya, praying for that Guru or Ishvara, then after all this antakarana, ashuddhis go away, shuddhi come, then they appear. And when they appear, we have to wise to ask them only the moksha giving Atma Jnana. Then they give a special power by which the Yoga Vasma Ramayana, Adi Granthas or Upanishads, we are able to fully listen, understand, hold that knowledge, use that knowledge. According to that knowledge, we live and do outer inner sadhana, and finally, in the height of contemplation, we go beyond the upadhis to experience the self. ये सब उनके ही कृपा से होता है. अब भी जो हो रहा है उन्हीं के कृपा से हो रहा है, लेकिन उनके कृपा सिर्फ सुनने मात्र तक हेल्प कर रहा है, बिकॉज वी डिजर्व ओनली दैट मच. बट मोर उपासना, मोर प्रार्थना, मोर showing sincerity, they will also supply with more blessings, with which the next levels of sadhanas we conquer. So in short, matruvishta krumayah te adhamaha na kirtaniya yetavati bhitaha. They are without fear running towards the bhogarasa, which is the cause, the creator of the bandhana and naraka. And when it comes to the adhyatmic sadhana, which is the giver of moksha, about that when it is spoken, they are afraid. Bhitaha. What in Naradama they are. This prasanga comes 2-3 places in Shastra. Matruvishta krumayaha. In a very painful way of saying. You know, anybody, when excretion happens, lot of krimis will be there in it. है ना, all the krimi kitakas. So we are like krimi kitaka only. That's what he says. Not a one worthy of claiming to be human being. If we are human beings, we have to work for moksha through adhyatmika sadhana. And he has already explained in so many shlokas the main benefit of the Brahmajnana gained through this Yogasma Ramayana. Secondary benefit he said it's so easy, easier than the plucking the flower and the leaf and all. No need of any movement of the limbs. Those 5 sadhanas also explained. Earlier also so many will be were told, thousands will be told in the head. ऐसा जो आध्यात्मिक मार्ग, मोक्ष देने वाला मार्ग और शास्त्र अध्ययन वाला मार्ग, जो अपनाता नहीं, जो डरता है, about that person this is said, right? In this way, now he talks about the drishtanta avashyakata, drishtanta sima, limitations, which is very essential for us in general. Therefore, anywhere, any lecture you go, anybody talking and giving any example to convey any thought, you should be having the kind-heartedness, large-heartedness to catch which example is given to convey which point. The whole thought cannot be given by that one example, and that examples, all aspects you cannot take into consideration. They won't match with the thought for which the example is given. So a part of the example is helpful in understanding a part of the thought which they want to make us understand. In this Shastra also, खींचतानी मेरा मत करो, खुद भी परेशान मत हो ना, कोई एग्जाम्पल को लेकर फंसो मत उसमें. One example conveys one thought, catch it, just move ahead. Like that. See, that's why the name of this sarga is Drishtanta Nirupanam. So from tomorrow we'll see this remaining 24 mantras. Wonderful. After this, do sarga hoenge, with which the Mumukshu Vyavahara Prakaranam concludes. There we are to enter into Utpatti Prakaranam. We will enjoy that also. 122 उसमें सर्ग है. So मैं सोच रहा हूँ पूरा नहीं, थोड़ा थोड़ा, कि क्या ये वाला तीसरा प्रकरण हिंदी में ले लूँ क्या, इंग्लिश में, क्यों कोई फ़र्क नहीं था, बट मेरे को नहीं पड़ रहा, आपको नहीं पड़ रहा. मुझे क्यों फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता, क्योंकि मुझे तो कहना ही है. आपको फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता क्योंकि आप आते ही नहीं हो, ये हो या वो क्या फ़र्क पड़ता. फिर भी मैं सोच रहा था ये जो अपने देश है, बट बाद में भी शंकर भगवान का भी ग्रंथ हिंदी में ही है, उसके बाद वाले भी हिंदी में है. तो सोच रहा था आंग्ल भाषा में कहने से कुछ लोग जो आंग्ल जानने वाले इच्छा प्रकट करेंगे. इसी कारण से पिछले 300 दिनों से हम करते आ रहे हैं. कितने दिन हुए आज? 296 डे टुडे, 296 दिन हो गए. तो 4 दिन को 300 दिन होगा. So we'll see up to this prakarana. Thereafter, doesn't matter English or Hindi, subject we have to study and speak. Maybe one prakarana utpatti we can do in Hindi, again shift back to the sthiti prakarana in English, then again upashama in Hindi. इस तरह सोच रहा हूँ मैं क्या फर्क पड़ेगा क्या. What I expect is some shrotas come listen, it's good. I am not bothered. I will do. My mind is not in language. My mind is only in the content. ओम शांति शांति शांति. हरि ओम. श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः. तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते. ओम शांति शांति शांति. ओम नमः शिवाय. आ गया. नारायण वासुदेवा. ओम न तत्र सूर्यो भाति न चंद्र तारकम नेमा विद्युतो भान्ति तस्य भासा नारायण दाशरथ ततुष मंगलम. बोल श्री रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. वशिष्ठ भगवान, योग वास्तु रामायण शास्त्र जय. विश्वामित्र वाल्मीकि आदि ऋषिगण की जय. सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय. आज के आनंद की जय. पार्वती पतर सर्वत्र गोविंद. ओम समस्त श्रोता वक्साल से उपास जिज्ञाधर संस्था मोक्ष मुक्त भारत माता की जय. सनातन धर्म की जय. वैदिक हिंदव संस्कृति की जय. अध्यात्म जीवन विधान की जय. फ्रेंड्स, join in 4-5 minutes for our धन्याष्टकम. A very good text. हरि ओम.